move up, and I thought about moving him up even another line, a tier, and that's Sam Darnold.
He's been great.
Who I thought Wildsy was your guy, but maybe he's not.
My guy.
The Darnold we're seeing, he's legit.
Oh my goodness.
Like
Are you moving him up?
I'm not gonna move him up.
You got nowhere to put it.
The question was about Lamar.
It was about Lamar coming back. Do I just put him above Lamar? But then it was like unfair because Lamar is,
Lamar.
He's Lamar.
Yep.
So, and Darnold last week was the tier below. But Sam Darnold this year has just been absolutely outstanding for this team. They're first in their division. Obviously, we know the record is 6-2. But if you put up his numbers next to any one of these quarterbacks, you're going to say, man, is Sam Darnold right there in the elite category?
Yep.
Yes, and it's going to be hard to top that top 3 tiers of mountains, those 6 guys. It's going to be hard to move into that. But if he continues to put up these type of numbers where he's the reason why this team is having success, Brew, you alluded to a young man on your Brew's ballot as an MVP candidate. You know why? Because of this guy. And if you look at his numbers, he's being special. That guy being JSN. These numbers are outrageous. Like, look at the bottom.
118 yards per game.
118 yards. 118 yards per game. Second most in last 40 years.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Calvin Johnson, like that Megatron. Like, put that in perspective. Like, I played against Megatron. I know what he was. JSN has been special, and it all stems from the quarterback play. Mind you, a quarterback that all last season, all 3 of you were waiting for the pumpkin.
All 3 of them?
To show all 3 of you. All 3 of you.
No, he believed in him.
No, I was a Minnesota Viking guy.
He was the Viking guy. He believed in him. But luckily, Brew,
They
we
had
were
the
waiting
real
for it,
games
and then we
right,
arrived.
exactly.
We were
It
waiting
didn't
for
work.
it,
It
and
didn't
then it
arrive.
didn't arrive.
The
And we were
offensive
like, all
line-
right,
the
just
offensive line failed.
expected.
But as I mentioned before, the Darnold we're seeing is legit. I'm not moving him up.
No, that's
But
great.
if he continues to play this way,
Would you, because I considered him as on my ballot.
That's what I thought he might be.
And it was between him and Hurts. So would you put him ahead of Hurts on
I
that?
actually would put him ahead of Hurts right now because I feel like we completely had Seattle off the radar for
They're
being
not
this
involved.
good, and largely because of what we didn't expect from Sam Darnold.
Can I ask one quick question?
Of course.
Rashid Shaheed, who I think is an excellent deep threat. He was one of the under-the-radar trades, New Orleans to Seattle today. That obviously helps Seattle. Do you think that hurts JSN's chances of hitting 2,000 yards?
I actually think it helps him.
Because he'll take more.
Because he'll take some attention away.
Okay.
Like with Cooper Kupp being in and out of the lineup
Yeah.
from time to time, you need another guy. And they've been getting it by committee from some other guys, Horton being one of those guys. But when you have a guy in Sam Darnold who can't just be heroic like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson's, you have to have talented guys all around you and all around him. And they're doing that. So I love this for JSN.
All right.
Yeah. Whether Jackson Smith and Jigba gets to 2,000 or not doesn't even matter because it's all about the Seahawks as a whole. They are balling. Sam Darnold is balling. And the conversations around Sam Darnold drive me absolutely insane. First off, I love how they keep saying a lot of people are not really recognizing Sam Darnold. No one believed in the Seattle Seahawks. Except for me. I've been the one that has been screaming about the Seattle Seahawks from the jump. I'm the one that had been screaming about Sam Darnold and Clint Kubiak. And yes, I'm going to continue to be obnoxious. Yes, I'm going to continue to do my victory lap because they're still downplaying what this team and what Sam are doing. First off, look at his ranks. Completion percentage, 5th, 70%. Passer rating, 2nd, 116. Touchdown percentage, 2nd, 7.4. 1st in yards per pass. Sam Darnold has been elite, okay? And since we're already throwing out the whole rich tapestry type thing, that's why Mahomes is lower. That's why Drake May is ahead of Mahomes. So how much of this rich tapestry is anything? That doesn't make any sense. Having Sam Darnold on Dak's level, on Baker's level, none of that makes sense right now. None of that makes sense right now. Having him below Patrick Mahomes makes no sense right now. Okay? If you're willing to elevate Drake May, then you should be willing to elevate Sam Darnold. If you were willing to put Baker Mayfield at the top of the mountain, then you should be willing to put Sam Darnold at the top of the mountain. It's just so insane to me. Well, we have Matthew Stafford there. So let's talk about it. I think Matthew Stafford is elite. I think Matthew Stafford, if he was with Sean McVay, I've said this so many times, but I'll say it again. If Matthew Stafford was with the Rams from the jump of his career, if he was with a McVay or whatever early on in his career and wasn't wasted in Detroit, I think Matthew Stafford would literally be in the GOAT conversation. He is insanely special. He is my go-to quarterback who I often, when I often compare, whenever we're trying to talk about like how good of a thrower is Lamar or Jalen Hurts, and I almost always will use Stafford as like this gold standard of like when we talk about like elite otherworldly passers, we're talking about like what Stafford delivers. So I think Stafford is elite special. And right now we have Sam Darnold right there. Sam Darnold has a higher completion percentage, 70.4. Matthew Stafford, 67.2. Passing yards per game, or total passing yards is pretty much a toss-up. It's 2,084 for Sam, 2,147 for Stafford. That's nothing. That's not really like an actual gap there. 9.6 yards per attempt, 7.8 yards per attempt. Sam Darnold wins that. Touchdowns, this is a gap without a shadow of a doubt. 16 to 21. Stafford has a ton of touchdowns, no doubt. 93.5 offensive rating, 93.5 to Matthew Stafford's 91.7. They both have 21 big-time throws. And adjusted completion percentage. I found this really interesting because people want to talk about Jackson Smith and Jigba, et cetera, et cetera. Adjusted completion percentage when you're factoring in drops, throwaways, et cetera, et cetera. Sam Darnold still has him beat 80.4 to Stafford's 74.4. So that's a real thing. As well as passer rating, Matthew Stafford 113.2, 116 for Sam Darnold. So I'm confused how Sam Darnold is so far below and Stafford is so high. That's what I'm confused on. I mean, this is the year that everybody is so obsessed with deep ball passing right now. It's just been deep ball, deep ball, deep ball, deep ball, deep ball. Well, Sam Darnold is elite at the deep ball. 71.4% completion percentage. Tied with the highest in the NFL with Drake May. Matthew Stafford, 48.8%. 686 yards, 670 yards. That's a toss-up, doesn't really matter. 5 touchdowns for deep ball for Stafford, 4 touchdowns for Sam. Again, 1 touchdown difference, hardly anything to lose sleep over. Adjusted completion percentage, factoring in drops, 71.4% for Sam, 53.7. So even when factoring in drops, he still got him beat. Average depth of target, 2 yard difference, 30.6 to 28.5. Passer rating, 153.3 for Sam, 134.4 for Stafford. So again, the argument for me right now is not me trying to say, oh my God, Matthew Stafford is way too high. He needs to be low and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not the argument. And when I first did my whole mount, and I talked a lot about Sam as well in that one, I had like a bunch of people coming to me saying like, you're a Stafford hater. And it's like, you guys are really confused. Like, I literally think Stafford is elite. I just have honest, grounded conversations. And you can disagree with me. It's not like I'm saying Stafford needs to be below Daniel Jones right now. Like, that's not my argument. But my argument, really the core of it right now, is really like, if you're saying that Matthew Stafford is the MVP front runner and top of the NFL as best quarterback right now, well then Sam Darnold by definition has to be right there. He has to be right there. If you still want to make the argument that Stafford deserves because of the extra touchdowns or whatever, and you don't care about completion percentage or passer rate, whatever it is, that's fine. But then you are truly talking about a millimeter difference here. Millimeter difference. That's just that's just what it is. And if you're also factoring in the fact that Sam Darnold just got to a brand new team, a brand new offense, a brand new coordinator / coach, are you serious? Like that's massive. That's massive. So the no love for Sam Darnold is just kind of insane. And again, the whole pumpkin thing. Oh, he fell. Right, like Greg Jennings said, the O-line was awful. We give that. What happened to Patrick Mahomes? Patrick Mahomes plays great when he has a great O-line. Okay, so does Sam. Nah, I don't know what to tell you. Did Justin Herbert turn into a pumpkin? Did Patrick Mahomes turn into a pumpkin? Did Patrick Mahomes turn into a pumpkin on Sunday against the Bills? No. Okay. Did Lamar Jackson turn into a pumpkin against when he played the Bills? No. We can keep going. Did Jared Goff turn into a pumpkin against the Commanders? No. Okay. Did Jane Daniels turn into a pumpkin when he lost to the Eagles? No. Did Matthew Stafford turn into a pumpkin? It's just that's what's so insane. All these other quarterbacks have the opportunity to fail and lose pretty badly, and have a really bad game. Jalen Hurts has had bad games. Patrick Mahomes has had bad games. Josh Allen has had bad games. Lamar Jackson has had bad games. Justin Herbert has had bad games. Jared Goff, etc., etc., etc. But someone like a Sam Darnold is just not given that benefit of the doubt because he started off his career with not enough highs. And it was like he got drafted to the New York Jets and then went to the Carolina Panthers. What do you want from the man? How much are you going to just hold his feet to the fire for him just being that's like making fun of a kid for being a foster child. They're like, haha, you don't have parents. It's like, okay, like, you're right, I don't have parents. Like, what? What are we saying? Like, what are we saying here? Like, how much are you gonna hold him accountable for things that were completely out of his control? How much are we going to constantly filter him through this narrow, weird, distorted lens because of what we saw him do with New York like 5 years ago or however many years ago it was? It doesn't make any sense. He's now doing this with 2 different teams. And I got news for you. He had a very limited opportunity with the 49ers, and he played great with the 49ers in that very narrow, limited window as well. And Shanahan said, Sam Darnold's blowing me away. And everybody made fun of him for saying that. What do you think now? So that's 3 years. 3 years that he's been playing great. 3 years that coaches have been saying, this guy's been awesome. This guy's amazing. This guy is legit. That doesn't outweigh the nonsense of him playing with, I don't even remember who the coach even was in New York at that time. I don't even remember who was on the team. It was such a mess. And the Carolina Panthers, who was it? The guy who was in college, I think a college coach now. I don't even remember. Nobody does. Nobody cares. Doesn't matter. So it's just crazy. Anytime that he actually has a legitimate roster and a legitimate coaching staff, he's been playing great, playing out of his mind. Being elite. You gotta watch the throws that this guy's been making. Just special. So it just doesn't make sense. If you're willing to put Stafford above Mahomes, if you're willing to put Drake May above Mahomes, if you're willing to put Stafford above Allen, we'll leave Hurts out there because Nick doesn't have a lot of praise for Jalen Hurts necessarily. If you're willing to put Stafford above Lamar, Drake May above Lamar, and I would say Lamar and Hurts are kind of in a similar category in Nick's eyes. Not exactly, but closer to that than Mahomes, Allen, and Stafford, that's for sure. Within under that criteria, to have Sam Darnold that low makes no sense. It just makes no sense, man. It makes absolutely positively no sense whatsoever. So, fortunately, we should have some fun games ahead of ourselves with Sam and Stafford. I can't wait. The conversation is going to be wild. Like I said, for some reason now, Los Angeles Rams fans think that I hate them or that I hate Stafford, which is just hilarious. Because I can't be any more clear how elite, like truly elite and special that I think Matthew Stafford really is. I think he's an amazing leader, a great quarterback. The fact that he's still playing, he's got like 10 girls or whatever. Like, I don't even know. The dude's just flushed with daughters. It's just hilarious to me. That unless I come out here and say Matthew Stafford's the greatest quarterback in the history of the world and he's at the top of the mountain, it's like, you're a hater. And it's like, okay, sure. Seahawks fans are going to find this hilarious. Someone literally said that I am a Sam Darnold hater. Someone said that as you were watching I'm recording this at night right now, so it's posted tomorrow. So yesterday, Tuesday, someone literally commented and said, you are such a Sam Darnold hater. Okay. because when I did my own specifically weekly mountain, I had Josh Allen, I had him at the top of the mountain, and I had Sam, the second level, just because of what Sam did was amazing, but it was against the Commanders, so he kind of got slightly knocked for that. Whereas what Josh Allen did, it was against the Kansas City Chiefs, so I put a little bit more weight into that because I'm actually consistent. And someone was like, "You're such a hater of Sam, blah blah. He should have been at the top." And I'm like, "I'm a Sam Darnold hater. Like, do you know what you're saying right now? Do you know the videos and the content that I have created around Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks? Like, you have that's the insanity of it. That's the insanity of it. This is what they said to me. Why is J.J. McCarthy so high? He only had 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick in his third game and missed 5 games. He was in his first 7 out of 8 quarters. He was in his first 6 out of 8 quarters. I assume bad in his first 7 out of 8 quarters. Meanwhile, Sam Darnold had a perfect first half, and he's not at the top. You're a hater. I'm like, what? So, yeah. If someone can call me a hater about Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks right now, like you like that's actually got to be one of the more funny "you're a hater" comments I've ever received. Someone did one time say that I was a hater of Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, which was also pretty hilarious. But I think considering what I've said about Sam and the Seahawks this entire season has been pretty consistent, pretty positive. So it just highlights and really shows comments can be wild. People's perception of what you have to say about someone is just, I don't know. It's just, and listen, you mega super duper Baker Mayfield fan Zangyex, who is the president of the Baker Mayfield fan club in North Dakota, which is pretty cool. Shout out to you, Zangyex. He's the one that put it in best perspective when this all happened a lot in 2024 in the beginning of the season. A lot of people were saying all these crazy comments at me, and I was like, I was so confused by it. I was like, I don't understand. And he's like, listen, not everyone is watching every single one of your videos, so they don't know all of your takes. So if you say one video where you're like, yeah, I think Sam Darnold's above Stafford or something, it's just like no one knows that you said all this other great things about Stafford previously or something, which is true. And I always try to keep that in mind. But I mean, like, I don't know, man. If you just watch like one of my videos, I feel like you know how I feel about what's going on with Sam and this Seahawks team. Just watch like any video, and I probably find some way to insert them into the conversation. So I don't know. Just it made me laugh, made me smile. So I figured I'd share that with the Seahawks fans who are watching these videos, who actually know what I've been saying about Sam and the Seahawks. So I figured someone was going to elevate, because I was ready to do a whole graphic and I was about to do all this stuff and do the things. But I'm happy that Greg did some of the work for me, because I've been making a lot of graphics recently. And I was like, you know what? I haven't done one for Sam. Well, and this is a perfect opportunity because Sam is clearly still too low. But thank you, Greg. And first things first, for doing it for me. It makes it easier for me. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks? I just realized his little pun. The Darnold we're seeing is legit. They're good. They're good. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.